He is practicing organic farming more than 30 years, along with Shri Purushottam Rao. And we will have two more farmers joining us in between. So probably we had a long, almost more than a week training. This is the 11th day. Oh, 11th day. Hope we will have a, whenever we do study, there are two or four things. Recall, read, recall, recite, then write. Read, recall, recite, write. So, shall we recall something which is already been given training? Why we are going for natural farming or organic farming? Because almost 11 days training we had enough. I have gone through the schedule. Probably you might be able to say few points, may not elaborate, but you can tell me in points why do we go for organic farming, or what is the necessity of organic farming or natural farming. Or to start with, we may also think what is the advantages of green revolution, or what are the disadvantages of green revolution.
Improve production and productivity. Production and productivity.
Positive, higher yield. Higher yield is one. Let us not waste time, because we have only around 2 hours. 2 hours, right? Higher yield, or we have realized higher productivity. That is one. Second, positives we should try to list it out.
Industries have flourished.
Huh?
Industries have flourished. Fertilizer industries have flourished.
Do you think it is a positive of industry flourishing is the positive of green revolution?
We don't think it is a industrial for security.
Where it is
On the
important.
other side of the coin. Other side of the coin, she is telling sir.
That is another.
Where it is the import of the food. Where it is self-sufficiency.
So higher yield, self-sufficiency. Then second point, which you can say,
Short stated less profit.
Profitability.
profitability.
Reduce
employment opportunity,
intensification of
Whether employment has increased or decreased. Where?
irrigation, electricity,
Irrigation,
mechanization,
pesticide industry. Revenue through import, exports. Exports.
Exports increased.
Decrease the malnutrition. Increase our country GDP.
self-sufficiency in food production, increase in profitability for the farmers, increase in employment, basically in industry, increase in exports, decrease in malnutrition, increase in gross domestic production. Anything else?
Area under irrigation.
Huh?
Area under irrigation and intensification of the crops.
Crop intensification.
Develop hybrids and improved varieties.
Area under irrigation has increased.
Improved and hybrid varieties. Increase the poverty.
Improve livelihoods.
Profitability is more.
Standard of living.
Cropping intensity.
Huh?
Cropping intensity. Saturation rate.
Anything else?
More area to cultivate.
Right?
Area expansion and horticulture.
Total area under irrigation, area under production. Anything else?
Increase per capita.
Increasing understanding the
Profitability, income, poverty are related. Okay. Then
increasing understanding the science of agriculture.
Research.
Research and development.
that is part of the thing. What is the positives of green revolution?
Mechanization.
In the negative side,
Subsidize promotion.
negative side.
Loss of soil fertility.
Huh?
Decline of soil.
Soil fertility. Loss of biodiversity.
Emission of greenhouse gases.
Loss of biodiversity,
Soil degradation.
soil,
Environment pollution.
soil productivity,
Environment pollution. Decline in soil health.
productivity,
Loss of indigenous rights.
loss of
Indigenous rights.
Land basis.
Other loss of rights.
Injudicious use of
Fertilizer.
injudicious use of
Indiscriminate use of chemicals. Or indiscriminate
indiscriminate use of chemicals of pesticides.
and fertilizer. Cost of delivery. Debt-ridden farm families. Debt-ridden farm families. They more depend on
Here we say poverty has declined. Should I have to write?
Completely decreases.
Sir, up to certain years that was the positive side. Now, dependence on the external debt is more.
Increase in salinity and alkalinity of soils.
Very
Heavy metal contamination.
Water pollution.
Loss of forest
Heavy metal pollution, sir. Air pollution.
Labor problem. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ವಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲೇಬರ್ ಅಂದ್ವಿ.
Initially it gave employment, sir. Now
Agriculture as science has developed employment in agro-based industry.
Employment in the industry have written.
Agro-based industries employment has been improved, but actual labor is decreased.
We can write displacement of
Farm labor.
agri labor or farm labor.
increase in air pollution.
Less respect,
Pollution have written environmental pollution.
less respect towards the resources, water, land, even for the food.
Injudicious resource use.
Sir, heavy metal contamination.
Heavy metal, water pollution, heavy metal, okay. Soil hazards, monocropping, now where we have to strike the balance? We have two sides here. Where exactly we have to strike the balance?
Decrease in the livestock population.
Huh?
Livestock population decrease.
Livestock, yes. New.
Decrease in ground
Formation of new weed, pest or disease.
decrease in ground water level.
Heavy use of fertilizers and pesticides.
ಈಗ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂತು ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ಗಳಿದ್ದೀವಿ. Deforestation is here. Climate change. It is there. Yes. Now we have all the professors here, assistant, associated professors. Where is the balance? How we have to bring about the balance? Where the mistake was done, discriminate is one. Fine. If there is a discriminate use of all the technologies, do we think that our food production will be sustainable? Recommended fertilizer dose, recommended PPC use, recommended varieties, recommended irrigation water. If you follow all these things, do we say as agricultural technologists our production will be sustainable?
By
Do we
maintaining soil fertility,
My question is, forget about the POP. We will use farm yard manure. We will use the recommended dosage of fertilizers. We will use all the recommended technologies. Do we think that our production will be sustainable? That is my question.
Yes,
All
sir.
of us? Our experience says it is not so. Our experience says it is not so. All the farmers who have turned to organic farming, they were all progressive farmers, including Purushottam Rao. Including Purushottam Rao, who used to read, who used to educate the other farmers. They are all educated, progressive farmers. Our experience is that even though we follow the recommended dose, we are unable to sustain the production. We are unable to sustain the production. One, here we have tried to define the positives and negatives of organic present day agriculture. Let me just go through the almost we have set up almost all the things, and just go through few slides here. Come over. Whatever you have said, I have put it in this particular slide. So, we know that this is the situation. We know higher demand for seeds, fertilizers, pesticides, chemicals. This is the present scenario, and especially in front of the agriculture department or any other shop. Next. Higher demand for electricity, dependency on external agencies, dependency on diesel, dependency on workers also. Depend on the market to sell, or we require specialized market for our products. This is the question. Are we really independent? We, in the sense, farmers, maybe the scientists. Next. We know that during 1947 we got the independence, but do we think really that we are independent of all where are we and where are our farmers? Where we have made the mistakes? This has to be understood before we go into a particular system of agriculture. Unless we know this, it is very difficult to change over. Next. If you go to a village and ask a farmer, can you do agriculture without seeds, without fertilizers, without pesticides, without irrigation? without machines, without specialized market, without subsidy, without loan, the farmer will say, I can't do agriculture. He says, I can't do agriculture without all these things. And of course, we know the story of Green Revolution. I will not go much about that next. So, where the research was done on Green Revolution, right from dwarf variety to the present day genetically modified transgenic so and so. So we have the varieties right from here how it has changed. Next. So of course fertilizer, Shilpa madam will be telling more regarding this. Right from Bozigat and Van Leeks here in 1840, we have almost 2000 years history over the world. Maybe coming to India right from 1906, that in Ranipet we had first single superphosphate industry. And there was a marked difference in yield that was noticed by all of our farmers, including Pulsar. There was research done on pesticides, insecticides, fungicides, irrigation, machines, many more things. Next. I had listed only two things because here we have self-sufficiency and income. Of course, the other things will contribute to the increased export. They are all one part of the Green Revolution. But what is the loss? Loss of biodiversity, loss of soil fertility, desertification, alkalinization, pest resistance, hard pan of soil, energy intensive agriculture, dependent agriculture, ecological imbalance, health problem, over exploitation. The list continues. Next. So you just see the traditional or conventional agriculture or agriculture which is based on nature, natural farming. How was our state? It is estimated that Indian farmers have planted 30,000 varieties of rice over the past 50 years. It is 75% of all rice fields in India are planted with just 10 varieties as of now. Earlier so much diversity was there. Now the diversity has declined. It is very narrow now. What has happened? Earlier Dr. Richarya had documented more than 2 lakh varieties from Cuttack. There was preference for variety based on the fodder production, based on the grain taste, grain yield. There are so many other parameters, and these varieties were suited or known to be with the taste. For example, in Karnataka, we have a variety of paddy known for making murgu, benne murgu or chakli. We have a variety known for making curd rice. We have a variety known for payasam. We have a variety known for making poha. There are so many varieties which were there earlier before Green Revolution, and now if you come to our fields, it is only a few varieties. Either IET or MO4, Jaya, you can name these varieties as such. And there is a link between our culture and agriculture. Like Deepavali, when we used to celebrate Deepavali, what is its relationship to the agriculture? Like Yugadi or even Sankranti. So all this had relationship with the culture. But what has happened now? Now we are preferring the varieties only with respect to yield, not with respect to fodder. No farmer is wanting the variety which is known for fodder. Less important, of course, not so predominant, but we do not have a very specific taste preference or even climate will be good. Culturally, we have lost. Now Deepavali is, celebrated using electricity also. Earlier it was, Panati was there, Hanate ಇತ್ತು. ಈಗ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಸೀರಿಯಲ್ ಲೈಟಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಹಣತೆಗೂ ಸೀರಿಯಲ್ ಲೈಟಿಗೂ ಏನು ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ಇದೆ ಅದು ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಗಳಾಗಿದೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮೊನೋಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದರಿಂದ ಏನಾಯಿತು? ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೊನೋಕಲ್ಚರ್? ದೇ ವರ್ more prone to pest and diseases, less fodder because of which animal management became costly, cattle rearing decreased. Here we have said livestock, where we have written here, and animal manure production decreased. That in turn increased the dependency on fertilizers. So this was how it has changed. Next. Now tell me, where are we? We the professors, we the technologists, we the scientists, we have contributed our, ನಮ್ಮ ರೈತರ ದುಡ್ಡು ಯಾರ ಕೈನಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ MNC ಕೈನಲ್ಲಿದೆ. In the name of development, in the name of so many other things, profitability, things, we have made all our farmers depending on this. This is only a few rupees. Where exactly our money goes? Even the fertilizers. We know soil quality deteriorates, microbial diversity. Even if you apply RDF, there will be disturbance in the soil microbial population. That we know, right? Even if it is reduced, they have long-term fertilizer trials either in Bangalore or Harvard Agriculture University, and we know the result of that also. Of course, the fertilizer subsidy 72,000, that is in the old data. Presently, it is more than 1,40,000 crore rupees. This present year, Honorable Prime Minister of India has given more than 1,40,000. And if you divide this particular subsidy amount by the number of villages, almost every village will get more than 20 lakh rupees. If this subsidy, if we substitute it for the promotion of animal population or promotion of cattle manure, this money would have been in the hands of our own population. It will not be with the MNCs, right?
Sir,
We
but
have,
if that is the case, how much fertilizer consumption as of now, considering that as a factor, how much food production has been contributed by the fertilizer? If we can able to manage those two, definitely that would have been started very earlier.
Yeah. Can anybody answer this particular question? What is the contribution of fertilizer to the
Food production, factor productivity.
What is the factor productivity? Anybody? Madam, what is the factor productivity of fertilizer?
20-25%.
Go to, basically I am an economics postgraduate. It is less than 10. 46% is the factor productivity of the irrigation, water. So, especially food production increased because of the increased area under irrigation. So, if you could manage the irrigation factor more genuinely or more cleverly, our food productivity will not go down. Of course, research has to be done in focusing on the total food production, climate factors, all these things. Next. Of course, I do not go much with the plant protection chemicals. So now the turnover is more than 4 lakh crore rupees. All these are almost 5-year-old PPT. This is not a new PPT. Next. So this is the effect of plant protection chemicals. Of course, in India, the use of PPC is taken care with very much less care. We do not use gloves, we do not use masks, we do not use, there are so many factors where the education is very much important. This particular medium to long-term effect and even altering the ecological values. That is a concern to us. I will not go to these details of each and every plant protection chemicals. Maybe you might have read the book of by Raquel Carson,
Silent Spring.
Silent Spring, 1965. So she has dealt with this also, and there are even you can also go to The Secret Life of Plants, Christopher Bird and Peter Tompkins. That is also another book. Next. So these are all technical details which we can get further. Right. Next. This particular village is very near to my native village. I am just 10 kilometers away from this particular village. My student days were in that particular village. We used to see this I have seen this in my own eyes during early 70s and 80s.
Is
So
it the
this is
village?
the situation.
Is it the village of Sripadra?
Same village.
Same village?
Same village. ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾರ್ಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಶ್ರೀಪಟ್ರೆಯವರೇ ದೇವರು.
Okay.
Dr. Mohan Kumar has listed more than 37 new health issues. My younger brother is a doctor. He works there itself. He also nowadays also they are listing of new complications, including mental complications. So next. So these are all standards. Next. And just go to this particular issue. 20% of Indian food product contains pesticide residues above tolerance level compared to average 2% globally. And only 49% of Indian products have no detectable residues as against 80% globally. These two data is alarming. The level of or the way we use, our farmer use the plant protection chemicals. So whoever will be there, I had asked this particular question on the first day itself. If we are given the chance, organic and inorganic, we will pick the mango from the organic basket only because of this particular issue. Next. So effect of plant protection chemicals, soil, water, air polluted, ecological imbalance, food chain disturbance. Of course, we have not taken the cost involved in that particular disturbance, food chain disturbance, pest resistance and pest resistance, health problems. Now tell me where our money goes. Money means our farmers' money. They have GDP increased. You know how GDP is calculated? How GDP is increased? When one hospital is enrolled, GDP will go up. If 10 hospitals are constructed, GDP will go up. Right? How the GDP is calculated? Apart from food production, all other things, every activity which produces income that will be given priority in the GDP. So whether increase in GDP really means the increase in the health of this country, can we think in that way? That is the question. Next. So irrigation, salinity, alkalinity, excessive groundwater exploitation, dependency on electricity. Now the chair of Siddaramaiah is at stake. Why? Farmers are asking for valued electricity, quality electricity. So 7 hours per day we will give. That was the announcement the day before. So electricity dependency is there. Priorities have changed. I hope we have all seen wherever canal was made, canal was constructed mainly because to produce more food grains. But we went for areca, we went for some other cash crops, sugar cane, whatever it may be. So priorities has been changed, and even the lifestyle also have been changed. Irrigation, fertilizer, improved seed, all these are interlinked. Next. So machines, especially the tractor, now we are focusing on low weight tillers or low weight tractors or handmade equipment. Diesel dependency on the foreign exchange, that is also one issue which we have to think of. And Lal Bahadur Shastri ji, he has told tractor will put dung and bullock will give smoke. Right? Tractor will put dung. There will not be environmental pollution from the tractor, and if it was bullock, what it will be impact. Labor has been displaced. So where exactly our money is going? Next. High input agriculture, high cost agriculture, energy intensive agriculture, and we have bank and societies especially to give credit to our farmers. So in fact productivity 35% is ditch, 46% irrigation, less than around 8 to 9% fertilizer. Hybrid seeds or improved varieties, that is also around 4 to 5%. So where this particular nature 35%, because of the changed climate, we are facing this particular problem. Even though we have very good paddy production, we are unable to harvest it. In some other area where it has not rained, then the production is not there. And whenever we get more income, our lifestyle, life pattern will change. Materialistic lifestyle, whenever we get high income, so it is very difficult for a family to come back once it switch over to materialistic lifestyle. So we know the other impacts of this particular lifestyle. Next. This is the question now. Do we want this particular agriculture, or as technologists or scientists, where we have to make the intervention? Of course, during that particular time, Dr. Swaminathan was the person we know. Recently we lost him. We have a great respect to him. So during that time, he thought that food production was our aim. So it was done. But now, where we have to think, or where we have to strike the balance, we should not lose the production, as farming community or as the stakeholder of this particular agriculture industry or say culture, we should also contribute for the production. Which production? Safe, healthy products or healthy production. How we can do that? Next. We have many definitions of organic farming. If you go to IFOAM has defined organic farming. We have Lamkin's definition. Of course, all these things you will get in your literature. Next. Organic farming is related to our life itself. That is, as Krishi Prayoga Parivara, as farmers of this land, this is our notion. Agriculture is a way of life. It is not a profession as such. For anybody, even for the technologists, agriculture should be part of our life. It is not that just the farmer has to do farming. If we live in a surrounding, we should also contribute. One of our elders used to say, every day you should do working for minimum of 2 hours. Physical work, mental work you do, physical work you have to do. And it is based on dharma. Dharma means not their present day religion. So how do you define this particular dharma and purushartha? Of course, many of you can very well explain these two things. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. That is purushartha. So whatever artha or the money you collect or you gain, that should be based on dharma, or it should be on a moral activity. So why do we do this? Dharma, artha, kama means something which is our desires. So to fulfill this desire, by fulfilling the desire, we will attain moksha. So this purushartha has to be accomplished. So a farmer or anybody, an individual, we should work for purushartha. So that is for Atma Vikasa, inner own soul. That has to evolve. So through which village has to evolve and the nation has to be built. That is, for that Purushottam Rauji, he told Swadeshi, Swavalambhi, Swabhimani, Savayava Krishi. That was his slogan. Nowadays we have gone through this particular natural farming, Prakritik Kheti, Go-Adharit Kheti, Jaivik Kheti, Sendriya Kheti, Bill Mollison's permaculture, Peter Proctor's or this biodynamic agriculture. There are so many phrases, or zero budget natural farming. So Purushottam Rauji used to tell Swadeshi, Swavalambi, Swabhimani, Savayava. Next. So whenever we say dharma, purushartha, people start to say that whatever you say, that will not fill the stomach, empty stomach or the hungry stomach. But organic agriculture or this particular type of agriculture addresses this also. Next. So this particular agriculture system is the integration of Jana, Jala, Jameen, Janwar, Jungle, 5 Ja. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು 5 ಜಾಗಳು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Jana, Jameen. Jana means the home, the Jameeno means the soil, that where we do agriculture. Janwar, animal component. It's not only cow, buffaloes, livestock, and the jala and jagga. So it is an intricate system where we cannot, compartmentalization is not there. Only integration is there. Next. Buddhism used to say 5 samskaras also. It is not equal to treatment. It is samskara is something else. Maybe Shiva Sir will tell what is samskara. Bija samskara, mritika samskara, jala samskara, vayu samskara, and the Vyakti samskara. Next. How our seeds should be. This is the thought with which we work. We will be, priority will be given for native seeds, native to that particular locality, traditional seeds, and it will be diversified. Within a crop there will be diversification, and between the crops also there will be diversification. There are 2 types of diversification, and there are so many ITKs, indigenous knowledge systems we have, and it will be different from one place to another. I have listed few of them here. And Panchanga, Krishi Panchanga, it is trying to know when we have to sow with calendar, and we have to sow with the good feelings. So all these things which we have to look into. And with regard to Prutika Samskara, Mattige Kodtakanta Samskara, ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇರಬೇಕು? Angara is the soil beneath the banyan tree, and the soil beneath Amla tree, soil beneath the tamarind tree. These are all the information which we have got through the text. Next. Amritpani is another type, like Jivamrita. Earlier, when we used to start, maybe 2 decades before, maybe the Maharashtra people, Warangal, where is the person from Warangal? Have you seen, you know about Amritpani? Huh? So, it is more popular there in Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh. Next. So, we can spray buttermilk 20 liters per acre, curd or whey, honey, tender coconut, Jivamrit. There are so many methods which are, living traditions in those areas. Each villages will have their own methods of soil treatment or Prutika Samskara. Next. Manure, different types of manure. Of course, you might have got enough information on these types: farm yard manure, composting, vermi composting, phospho composting. Green manure is the one which we as farmers, we think green manuring is the first one which will give more nutrient to the crops. Oil cakes, liquid manures, crop waste, wheat, decoctions, etc. Next. So what is the method of composting? So in composting also we have method composting, Bangalore method, Indore method. They have our own method of Srinivasa is our own method here which we follow. Of course, we do not follow composting as of now. Varanasi Research Foundation method. Next. Vermi composting. Of course, these are all technical matters which we get green manuring. Here we used to do Panchadhanya, Saptadhanya, Navadhanya for green manuring. These are only few photos from our own field also. Next, liquid manures like Jivamrita, Bijamrita, different even Glycidia that we can use. So basically, we will be aiming at the concept of living soil. A soil which is living. Of course, It is because of the microbial load which we have on soil. So there are many local innovations which we have to improve upon, or which we have to inculcate to improve the microbial population is the prime motto. Apart from giving biomass also, organic biomass should be supplied in enough quantity. Next. So even for Jala Samskara also there are many ways. Do we want to use tube wells or canal irrigation? It should be meticulously utilized, or we should be using this water methodically. So restrict canal and tubewell irrigation, grow fish and lotus in the well and use that particular water for irrigation. Direct sunlight falling on the better, and the irrigation systems we know that we have to follow it out. Next. Vayu Samskara, we use Agnihotra. How many of you know about this particular process, Agnihotra? So there are many research has been conducted on this particular aspect also. So this is in Harvard Agricultural University also. Next. So we have Professor Basarkar from Harvard Agricultural University, Professor here, this side. So finally this Vyakti Samskara, giving Samskara to the farmers, so educating the farmers. Why we have to live, how we have to live, simple way of lifestyle, filtering the wants of our farmer, we have to educate them. Live and let live, satsang, dhyana, pranayama, yoga. The basic philosophy is that sarve bhavantu sukhinah. All of us has to be
Live.
next. So importance of jungle, or you can also say agroforestry, or whichever way, the diversity in our particular field should be there, aiming at it produces fruit, herb, fuel, fodder, timber, green manure, dry leaves, etc. etc. Aiming on this, our farm has to be there. So water literacy, soil and water conservation activities. If a farmer has to become an organic farmer, he should also conserve soil and water. So there are also catch derived for there are many more technologies in Nela Jala Samrakshana. Jaguar, cow-based agriculture, other animals are also important. Products used in agriculture, animal becoming the part of our farming family, and it also contributes to the our economy. This was our tagline. Our soil, our water, our air, our life, and our own selves. Namma Dana anta kannadalli. ನಮ್ಮ ನೆಲ, ನಮ್ಮ ಜಲ, ನಮ್ಮ ಗಾಳಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಬದುಕು, ನಮ್ಮ ತನ. ನಿರಂತರ ಪ್ರವಹಿಸುವ ಅಮೃತ ಸತ್ವದ ಅಕ್ಷಯ ಜೀವನ. ಜೀವನ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಆರ್ ಲೈಫ್. ಅಕ್ಷಯ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಡಸಂಟ್ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ,
Infinite. Infinite.
ಇನ್ಫೈನೈಟ್. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ, ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ, ಬೀಜ ಬದಲಾಯಿಸಿದ್ವಿ, ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸರ್ ಬದಲಾಯಿತು, ಅಥವಾ ರಾಸಾಯನಿಕ ಕೀಟನಾಶಕ ರೋಗನಾಶಕ ಬದಲಾಯಿತು, ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತಲೂ ಒಂದು ಹೆಜ್ಜೆ ಮುಂದೆ ನಾವು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಜೀವನ ಅನ್ನೋದೇ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ರೈತ ಅವನ ಸ್ವಂತದ ಜೀವನದ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೂ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅವನು ಬೇರೆಯವರ ಜೀವನದ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೂ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. As a farming community, it is our responsibility to feed the nation. ಇದಲ್ಲೇನು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಫೀಡ್ ದಿ ನೇಷನ್, ಅದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಆದರೆ ಯಾವ ಕಾಸ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಫೀಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಹೇಗೆ ಫೀಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೌ ದಿ ಅದರ್ ಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡರ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ವೇ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ವೇ ಆಫ್ ಕಲ್ಚರ್, ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಹೇಗೆ ನೋಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಈ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೊಂದು ಇನ್ ಬ್ರೀಫ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಗಳು. ಸೊ ಅವರ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ರೈಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ 1989 ಅವರ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್. Purushottam Raoji 2023, almost 25 years after his life. Chemical manure along with his own organic manure, and his aim was to get more and more. In 33 quintals, he harvested 27 quintals of areca. ಈ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಎವರೇಜ್ ಇಸ್ 10 ಕ್ವಿಂಟಲ್ಸ್. 10 ಕ್ವಿಂಟಲ್ಸ್ ಇರುವಲ್ಲಿ 27 ಕ್ವಿಂಟಲ್ ಬಂತು. Average production was 10 quintals, and he got 27 quintals in 1988, 87, 88. 89, the whole orchard, ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಅರೆಕನಟ್ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಪಾಮ್ ವೇರ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದಿ yield at the top, and we got a very wind, high speed wind during early monsoon, all the so 33 gunta with high yield, if it fails, what will happen? That was a situation where Purushottam Raoji might not have slept for many days, because it was the source of income. So even though paddy was there, vegetable was there, milk was there, for any other activity, for first purpose, areca was the source. Then he asked his seniors, why this has happened. So there are two things his elders used to say. We should have ಆಸೆ ಇರಬೇಕು, ದುರಾಸೆ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು.
ಹೌದು,
ರೈತನಿಗೆ ಆಸೆ ಇರಬೇಕು, ವಾಂಟ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಅದರಲ್ಲೇನು ಇದಿಲ್ಲ, ಗ್ರೀಡಿ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು. ಸೊ ದುರಾಸೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ದುರಾಸೆ ಬದಲು ಆಸೆಯೇ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಹೇಗೆ, ಇದು ಮೊದಲನೇ. ಎರಡು ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ he used to travel across this particular state, even outside this state also. ಆವಾಗ he could able to gather ವೃಕ್ಷಾಯುರ್ವೇದ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್. ಅದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಥರ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜೀಸ್ ಸಿಕ್ತು. he used to do experiments so that कृषि प्रयोग परिवार, प्रयोग करने वाले कृषकों का परिवार, is a group of experimenting farmers. So कृषि प्रयोग परिवार. So that is how he built a small group of farmers who used to do experiments, because universities were not doing agriculture, experiments in this particular area. So 89 he started. So 91, myself and Anand, we got into his clutches, and 91 we had a farmer scientist student dialogue at our agriculture university in Bangalore. Sri Dinesh, he is also practicing organic farming for more than 3 decades. He is the managing trustee of our organization. So we had a dialogue during 1991. So in that dialogue, one recommendation was came to have organic farming as a course in our university. 0+1. Professor Shiv Shankar, I don't know, anyone of you knowing
agronomist.
Shiv Shankar. He was the person who used to take that particular course. That was because of that particular farmer scientist student dialogue, during which we came into his, we got attracted to that particular ideology, and then we came along with it. So we started doing some experiments not like universities experiment with RCBD or RBD, etc., but some experiments which could give us some results. So based on that, we have many technologies that have been evolved, and we got good results also. And at the same time, the basic concept, why organic agriculture, how organic agriculture, without lifestyle being supporting to this particular farming system, we won't go for NPOP standard says that you can have parallel production. Standards of Krishi Prayog Parivara says you can't have parallel production. It is the mind which you have to change. If you want to not to use fertilizer, don't use any of the farm, either rubber or arecanut or paddy. If you are a farmer, organic farmer, you are 100% organic farmer. You should not use it. Even these farmers, they doesn't use Lakshman Rekha. Chirle Barbar, Lakshman Rekha, they doesn't use. They use turmeric powder in their house. They try to eat to maximum extent organic vegetables, organic fruits, to the maximum extent. That's how they have developed that particular idea. So hige Purushottam Rao changed his whole thought. So based on the efficiency of that particular farm, you make changes. Spring was the one, secret life of plants and even secret life of soil. There are so many other literatures which we used to study. Masanobu Muko, Mikichiki Wakada Association of Japan. There are so many literature, and at that time there are so many farmers who are, going to that alternative system of agriculture and or farming. So we also got influence. We used to have regular debate with our own teachers, our own scientists in our colleges. So at that time also teachers used to support us. We had a small student union there. Our VCs, our professors, Nanjappa sir. We had there are many teachers who have supported us also in that particular endeavor. So we got influence. We followed that. We could find the result in the field. So he told, since you are of agriculture background, come with us. You also tell your colleagues so that they can also do some experiment in this particular line. After that only, it is a long journey. Now we have we have different states which have policies on organic farming. That is all basically because of the work of this Krishi Prayog Parivara. During 2004, we had Shri H.K. Patil who visited this particular farm. H.K. Patil was a good friend of Purushottam Rao. He visited it and he was also inclined for organic farming, H.K. Patil.
Yes.
Then he told, why can't we have a policy? And our state government was the first government to bring the policy. Because of which organic village program came into the picture.
Yeah.
So slowly, it developed. And now we have many thousand farmers who are practicing organic farming. And of course, in their own villages, their own way. The technologies will differ, but the principle doesn't differ. So based on this particular philosophy only, we travel. Our aim is to not to get high production, but a safe production which can feed sustained production which can feed the nation. That was our motto. If you have any questions for these farmers, you can also ask.
Method is adopted for either transplanting or drilling. Which method we are adopted? Transplanting. And what is about nursery?
We have nursery.
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು?
Beds. Yeah. Then we make beds. We sow sprouted patch.
How to control weed in the nursery?
Nursery there will be no weeds.
In our area, major problem is weed
In nursery.
Maharashtra.
How come?
Generally, we sow seeds in the onset of monsoon.
Methods of tilling.
Basically, if you go to our field now, you will find weed as a major problem here.
Yes.
But the basic concept in the paddy, very level the paddy field and 1 or 2 inches of water, weed will be controlled here. And these farmers are expert in that.
Yes.
Of course, we are here we are unable to do that. But they do that, and
No,
because of
actually we have
some
big problem after transplanting, where the land will not be that level as we were doing earlier.
earlier.
Earlier we had skilled laborers who could do that. Now we don't have that skilled labor, and personally we can't do such things. So because of some leveling problems and all, and there are certain weeds which grows within water also. So we have some problem, but we do manual weeding, and it's a laborious process. It involves a lot of labor, lot of money, everything. Our paddy production cost is high.
Second question to you is that in black pepper production, have you adopted certain different management practices for training or pruning or as such you are harvesting that produce?
Pruning ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ? No pruning.
Then how
ಅಲ್ಲ,
you maintain
ಇದು
height?
ತೆಗಿತಾರಲ್ಲ, runners ತೆಗಿತಾರೆ. They remove runners.
They remove runners, nothing special in
Nothing special. Now, actually, they tie the thing to the. Actually, the standard is Areca plantation only. Areca palm tree is the standard for the pepper, and it will just it will not clutch or hold on to it. So we'll bind it. During harvest or after harvest, usually during harvest, we harvest and tie it.
Yes.
Come down. That's it. See,
less than
I have 3 visits to my paddy fields. First when sowing, then when transplanting, then for harvesting. So I don't see all these problems. Lazy man's farming.
But very less, you can just, now also you can just go through our field.
10 to 20, 12, 13 quintals average, which is the average of this area. Because all our topsoil is in either in Gajnur Dam or in Hospet Dam. We don't have topsoil. Soil erosion is there. Low fertile soil. It's all there. Everything is contributing. Yeah, that's there. But if your food is good, you will have a better resistance.
ಗೋನಂದದಲ್ಲೇ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಕಾಮನ್ಲಿ ಗೋನಂದದಲ್ಲೇ ಯೂಸ್
ಇಲ್ಲ,
ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಬೇರೆ ರೈತರು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ದು ಈಗ 34 ಇಯರ್ಸ್ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಜೀವಾಮೃತ, ಬೀಜಾಮೃತ ಆರ್ ಎನಿ ಅದರ್ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಮೆನ್ಯೂರ್ including ಗೋನಂದಾಜೆಲ್ಲ doesn't have much effect on our because soil is so healthy and Dr. Ganapati has done a number of studies on that, and even you have said. Basically our soils are not deficient in micronutrients, and even pH and nutrient level is good based on this particular climatic condition. It is good. So regular practice is enough for us so that we can get a good yield.
What are the biodynamic practices you are practicing?
Biodynamic you don't
By
practice.
introducing the improve that you are also practicing biodynamic.
No, that was we don't do. But sometimes we try to see the Panchanga. Especially we had conducted a experiment on germination and growth of paddy during different tithis, that is lunar moments. The paddy seeds sown between 13th to 30th day of lunar circle, especially the
Krishna Paksha.
Krishna Paksha, Trayodashi, Chaturdashi, Amavasya, Padya, Vidige. These 5 days are good for paddy sowing. Trayodashi, Chaturdashi,
Of Krishna Paksha particularly.
Amavasya, Padya, Vidige. Padya, Vidige, Shukla Paksha. These 3. So, if you sow either on these days, this root growth and the shoot growth will be stable throughout the year. That's what we have observed. After Nakshatra we have not seen, but we have seen only the Pindi. Of course, it is there. But here, during our study, we only went through this particular thing.
Sewing and transplantation.
Transplantation prior to this one, full moon day.
This is time for sewing.
This is time for sowing.
In your field, you have all perennial crops or you have annual crops?
We have annual crops. Paddy is the annual crop which we have, and some other vegetables for home consumption.
Sir, what is the average land holding? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಗ್ರೂಪಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರೇಜ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಎಷ್ಟು?
Varies.
ಅದನ್ನು ಹೇಳೋದು ಕಷ್ಟ. ಸುಮಾರು ಒಂದು 4-5 ಎಕರೆ ಅಂತೂ ಇದೆ.
ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇಜರ್
ಈ
ಅರಕೆನ
ಮಲೆನಾಡಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದು ಕಮ್ಮಿ.
Mine is major paddy. I have 5
ಪ್ಯಾಡಿ
acres
ಪ್ಯಾಡಿ
paddy.
Our group is spread all across state.
ಓಕೆ.
In all these 174 taluks of Karnataka, we have our group. So one or the other person we will find in each taluka. So to that extent our influence is there. But we are not so prominent or enough to make marked difference in fertilizer consumption. Our total population of farmers is less than 0.01% of the total farming population. So if it be able to increase to 1%, that will be.
All the different conditions paddy.
Ashada. In your place. That is your tradition.
Because our fully depend upon the rainfall. Because we receive
The two flowing, I have power tiller. Whether it is good for sprouting or not, then we used to sow. But now the practices, even the rain pattern has changed. So after rains nursery, again we have 3 methods. But we used to sow it on the, that was one method. Now we use only wet beds and only one method of making nursery.
For Panchangas, we can depend on Panchangas of even the Vice Chancellor of
Nanded
University. He was the person who has done studies on ancient Panchangas also. He is using regularly Gujarat Almanac, maybe the soil scientist. As a team, we should work and try to come with few technology. It will be helpful for our own farmers. Just fertilizer, plus since we have this particular lesser 60% or
Decision taken by the politician
Yeah.
overnight.
Yeah.
It is not because, but organic farming also, whenever we want to turn, we should change it in a slower manner. At least
Adu Allah sir.
Even
Decision was also not wrong. The history behind that was the case. ಹಿಂದೆ ಹೇಗಿತ್ತು, ಶ್ರೀಲಂಕಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಂದೆ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಹೇಗಿತ್ತು, ಹೇಗೆ ಅದು ಬದಲಾಯಿತು. ಈಗ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಇದನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ, MNCsಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ದುಡ್ಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸರಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗೆ ದುಡ್ಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಿದೆ. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ದುಡ್ಡನ್ನು ಯಾಕೆ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ರೈತರಿಗೆ ಗೋವನ್ನು ಸಾಕಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ? ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಅವರು ಸಾಕೋದಿಲ್ವಾ? ನಮಗೆ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಲ್ವಾ? ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಹೈ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನಿನ ಬದಲು ಎವರೇಜ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೇ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು? ಈಗ ನಾವು
ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ವಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಕರೆನ್ಸಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಕಂಪೇರ್. ಎಲ್ಲದನ್ನು ಕರೆನ್ಸಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ನಾವು, ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಅದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು.
ಇಲ್ಲಿರೋರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ವಿ ಗ್ರೋ ಅಬೌವ್ ಎವರೇಜ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎ ಸಸ್ಪಿಷನ್ ದಟ್ ವೆದರ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಫೀಡ್ ದಿ ಗ್ರೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್. ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ವಿ ಆರ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅವರ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್. ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಆರಾಮ್ಸೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಒಂದೇ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ 108 ತೆಳಿಬೇಕು, ಮೊನೋಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ನೋ. ಈಗ ವೆಜಿಟೇಬಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಲೇ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ ಮೊನ್ನೆ, ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ, ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ? ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯು ಎವರ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿಡ್ ಆನ್ ದಿ ಗ್ಲೈಸೆಮಿಕ್ ಇಂಡೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯೂ ವೆರೈಟೀಸ್? ಇವತ್ತು ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಇಸ್ ನೋನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಡಯಾಬಿಟಿಸ್. ವೈ ಡಯಾಬಿಟಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್? What is the glycemic index of our traditional varieties? There are many aspects which we have to look into. ಹಾಗಾಗಿನೇ ಈಕೋ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಈಗ ನೀವು ತಿಪ್ಟೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ, ರಾಗಿ ಇದೆ, ತೆಂಗಿದೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮದೇ ಆದಂಥ ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ತರಕಾರಿಗಳಿದೆ, ಎಗ್ರೋ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಬಳಕೆ ಇದೆ, ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಕನ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಇದನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೀವು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದೇ ನೀವು ಉತ್ತರ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿಯ ಕ್ರಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮು, ನಾವು ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬೇವಿನ ಹಿಂಡಿ ತಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕೋದನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ಕು ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಸಿಟೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ವಿ ಡೂ ಹೆಸಿಟೇಟ್ ಟು ಬ್ರಿಂಗ್ ನೀಮ್ ಕೇಕ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಗುಲ್ಬರ್ಗ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೆವಿಲಿ ರೈನ್ಫಾಲ್ having area. Here we have Naxomika, here we have other alternatives which we have to follow it up. So local resources for a farm, local resources for a village, that should be given importance. So we have to design a farm in such a way that can give food for your family, that can give herbs for your family, that can protect your health, that can give fodder for your animal, that can give vegetable for your kitchen, that can give fruits for your family. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಒಂದು ಫಾರ್ಮನ್ನು ಡಿಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಡಿಸೈನ್? ಪ್ರತಿ ಸಲ ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ ಇಷ್ಟು ಟನ್ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ, ಇಷ್ಟು ದುಡ್ಡು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ಆಸೆ ಇದು ಹೇಳ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ರೈತರಿಗೆ ಹೀಗೆ ಬೆಳೀರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕೃಷಿ ಪ್ರಯೋಗದಲ್ಲಿ ರೈತರಿಗೆ ಡಿಸೈನ್ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. On what basis?
Doubt, Sanipur management. They are applying 20 ton per acre. 20 ton of apple per acre.
40 ton.
Because they are having 1,000 animals.
They are not following organic farming and even natural farming. We have rejected.
Whenever
No.
for his question, I am just starting. Sometimes
And used to every time post to us. He used to grow paddy. Regularly he used to grow paddy. What is the recommendation for paddy? 150. He is the disciple of Purushottam Rao. He wanted to change. He changed it. He changed to organic farming and then he sowed 20 kgs of green manure seeds per acre. 20 kgs green manure seeds per acre. Green manure crops has done very well. He incorporated that into the field and got same yield as 150-50. He continued it for more than 20 years. Now tell me, where is the 150-50? He is getting similar yield like NPK which used to apply earlier. Now he is applying only 20 kgs of seed. Seed.
sir,
Where exactly we are going wrong?
sir, 20 kg seeds ಹಾಕಿ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಮೆನ್ಯೂರ್ ಬೆಳೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಟ್ ದಿ ಏಜ್ ಆಫ್ 55 to 60 days ಇನ್ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. If I can able to calculate that also, total area if I can able to harvest that green manure crop along with the roots, stem and leaves, I will get some biomass.
100%.
Then I will convert that into the dry matter percentage.
100%.
Then I can calculate that the nitrogen
Yes.
percentage, how much it is being added.
Yes.
Definitely green manuring was the recommended practice even in the recommended
POP.
paddy cultivation of the POP.
Yes.
Farmers in Mandya, they are doing with Daincha.
Right.
The farmers in the dryland agriculture, they are going with even for the coconut. Even in our region also, it's a regular practice. Sowing green manure crops in the month of May first. Then again for the second time, they will go with the Ars gram or field bean. But here, as you are being an agriculture graduate, I am just asking for this question also.
Graduate, my question is different. We know that we take up nutrients from soil.
Yes.
Say 20 kgs of this particular green manure seed has produced more than 10 tons of
Green biomass.
Green biomass it has produced.
Yes.
And our dean from Hiriyur College, Dr. Nanjappa, who was there at that time, Shirasi paddy research. He conducted this particular research for continuously 3 years, and he told that if green manuring is produced given at the rate of 10 tons per acre, you will get the yield which is similar to RDF dose. That was his finding. Of course, 20 kg of seed is enough. My question is that, see, our soil has enough nutrients. The only thing is that we should have a system which can make this available and give it to the next crop. That is the only principle. It is not that NPK we should get it from outside and put it into the field. We have enough. That is what Shilpa Madam used to give us in the report. What is the nitrogen, P and K available in the but that much K is not used by our particular crop. It should be available and at the same time it should be usable. So in this regard, as scientists, we should try to find out a technology which it can give or make available the nutrients which is available in the soil back to crop. For example, Srivatsa sir, he has a Reka plantation where he has a live mulch of Odelia trilobacter. And all our farmers here in and around, they are afraid of that Odelia trilobacter. But he is having that particular for more than 15 years. And he is getting average yield. He doesn't put ಎಷ್ಟು ಗೊಬ್ಬರ ಎಷ್ಟು ಆಗ್ತದೆ
ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಅಡಿಗೆ ಗೊಬ್ಬರ
per year one basket of farmer
once in 2 years.
Once in 2 years. And he is getting average yield. My field is Madam has seen. I got last year 12.5 quintals of Areca, which is 4 quintals above the average of our area. How could I get it? Just only farmer and the regular soil mulch. That was what I have done.
Natural farming.
No. ಈ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅದನ್ನಷ್ಟೇ ಹೇಳಿದಾರಾ? 4 pillars ಅದು ಬಿಡಿ, ಅದನ್ನೇ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು. ನಾನು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಪಿಪಿಟಿನೂ ತೋರಿಸ್ದೆ. ನಾನು ಧರ್ಮ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದರೆ 4 pillars ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು ಒಂದು ಭಾಗ. ನಾವೇನು ತಿಳ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟು, ಈಗ ಅವರು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಯೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು. ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಯೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಯು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಎ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ. It may be different in my place, it may be different in your place, but we should supply nutrients. This is basic. Moisture ಇರಬೇಕು, ಬೇಸಿಕ್. ನಾವೇನು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೇಬೇಕು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನು ಹಾಕಿದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಿಂಗಲ್ಲಿ we should able to strike a balance where we also have positives of green revolution and we don't have negatives of green revolution. ಇದು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಆಗುವ ಹಾಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡಿ. ಇದು ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಿಂಗಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಶಶಿಧರ್ ಅವರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಅಂತಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಿಗಳಾಗಿ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಇದನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ರೈತರಿಗೆ ಲಾಭ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಹೇಳುವಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು.
ಸರ್, ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇವ್ರು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಬೇಸ್? ಈಗ ನೀವು ಕೆಲವೊಂದು
ನಾವು ಹಾಕಿದ್ದು
ಯಾವ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಅಂತ
50 ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಗೋಮೂತ್ರ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕು?
ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು
ಸರ್, ಅಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅಷ್ಟು ಮುಂಚೆ ಹೊಯ್ಯೋ ದನಗಳೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು, NPK ಏನೋ ಆ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟಿಂದ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ಗೆ ಯಾವುದು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಹೇಗೆ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ನಾವು
ಸಿಸ್ಟಮನ್ನು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿ
ಸಿಸ್ಟಮನ್ನು. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ವೃಕ್ಷಾಯುರ್ವೇದದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ. ವೃಕ್ಷಾಯುರ್ವೇದ ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅಧ್ಯಯನ ಮಾಡುವ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ, ಅದೇ SSI ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಅಪಾರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ ಸಿಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಎರಡನೇದು ಲೋಕಲ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಇದೆ, ಕಲ್ಟಿವೇಷನ್ ಟ್ರೆಡಿಷನಲ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್, ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು.
ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಗ್ರಾಜುಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಟ್ರೇಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಸರ್. ನಾವು ಯೂಜಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಸರ್, 20 ಆಗಿದೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಯಾರು ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಸರ್
ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಶುರುವಾಗಿದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಶುರುವಾಗಿದೆ. So, ಮೊದಲನೇದಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನಿಂದ 11,625 ಜನ ರೈತರಿಗೆ ಉಚಿತವಾಗಿ ಬಯೋಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ವರ್ತ್ 40,000 ರುಪೀಸ್. 11,625 ಜನ ರೈತರಿಗೆ 40,000 ರುಪೀಸ್ ಈಚ್, ಅಂದರೆ ಹತ್ರ ಒಂದು 70 ಕೋಟಿ ರೂಪಾಯಿಯನ್ನು ಇನ್ಫೋಸಿಸ್ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್. ಈಗ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ರನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಭೂಮಿತ್ರ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ, ವಿಚ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ಲಿ. ಅವರ ಮೂಲಕ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ನಿನ ಆಧಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ ನಮಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಈಗ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ 2 years ಆಯಿತು. ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್
ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಟ್ರೇಡ್.
ಭೂಮಿತ್ರ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆಫ್ಸೆಟ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಟ್ರೇಡಿಂಗ್ project. Trading. So they will calculate what is the just say based on
Satellite they will take.
based on the satellite image we will get
ಅದೇ ಅರುಣ.
see this is Bhumitra farm. See I will get NPK level here itself. ನಾನು ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ.
ಅಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ಇದಾಗತ್ತಾ ಅದನ್ನು.
Click on the plant health. See, this is my structure. 0.68 is the indication here. This is plant health. See, it is called plant health index. One ನಲ್ಲಿ 0.68 is my health. I'll just go with the potassium. ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಗದ್ದೆ ಇದೆ, ನಾವು ಗದ್ದೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಇದೆ. ಅಲ್ಲೋಗೋಣ ಸರ್.
Eating a black rice.
Regularly we use for payasam.
Okay. It is very tasty.
It is very good.
Sir, totally
10 acres.
But variety 400.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ಲಿ 200 ಇದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಥ್ರೋಟ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಈ ವರ್ಷ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಮೋರ್ ದೆನ್ 226 ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಕನ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ ವಿತ್ 205 ವೆರೈಟೀಸ್ ಈ ವರ್ಷ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಫಾರ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಡೇ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೇ 840 ವೆರೈಟೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ farmer, and we have more than 4-5 like that farmers, model farmers. It is very difficult to find the specimen because of this particular ecosystem which we have developed. Sir, ನೀವು ಬರೀ ನೀವು ಮೊದಲು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀರು ಹಾಕಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನೇ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ವೆರಿ ಹೈ ಎನರ್ಜಿ 1 year it will give not a higher particularly 12 varieties. You can just Sonia ಈ ಕಡೆ
ಲೇಬರ್ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಇಷ್ಟು ಲೇಬರ್ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಇದೆ. ನಮ್ಮವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
ಫೋಟೋ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬರ್ತೀವಿ ಮೇಡಮ್. ಮತ್ತೆ
ನಿನ್ನೆ ಮಳೆ ಬಂತು.
ಅದೇನೋ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಇದು ಬಂತು, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಬಂತು.
ಅದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಟಿವ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ. ಹೋಗಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಹೋಗಿ
సార్ వాట్ ఈస్ ద యూజ్ ఒక్కోదానికి స్పెసిఫిక్ యూజ్ అడగండి. యూజ్ దీని ఆడదు అదేం వాడతారు అంటే ఒక్కో వెరైటీ ఒక్కోదానికా?
ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇದು ವೆರೈಟಿ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಕ್ಕಿ ಮಾಡೋ ಅಲ್ಲ, ತೀರ್ಥಹಳ್ಳಿ ಈಲ್ಡಿಗೆ ಏನು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅವಾಗ ಬಂತಲ್ಲ 2 ತಿಂಗಳು ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಂತಲ್ಲ, ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅವಾಗ ನಂದೇ ಪ್ರಸ್ತಾಪ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ. ಬರೀ 20 kg ಸೆಣಬು, 20ರಿಂದ 25 kg ಸೆಣಬು ಆಗ್ತದೆ. 13 ಕ್ವಿಂಟಲ್
ಎಷ್ಟು ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ. ಈಗ ಇದನ್ನು ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ರೆಡ್ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ತೆಳ್ಳಗೆ ಮುಚ್ಚಿಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕವರ್ ಹಾಕುವ. ಸೊ ಏನಂದರೆ ಇನ್ಸಿಟು ಕಾಂಪೋಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ಪಾರ್ಷಿಯಲಿ ಡಿಕಂಪೋಸ್, ಇನ್ಸಿಟು ಕಾಂಪೋಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಆಚೆ ಕಡೆ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಅದೊಂದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನಾವು ಡ್ರೈನೇಜ್ ಅಂತ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹಾಗೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಈಗ 3 ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಎವ್ರಿ 3 years ಈ ಥರ. ಈಗ ಪುರುಷೋತ್ತಮ ರಾಯರಿದ್ದಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಸುತ್ತ ಒಂದು ಬೇಸಿನ್. ಆದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರು ಅಂದರೆ, ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರೇಪ್ ಇಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಶೇವಿಂಗ್, ಯು ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕಟ್ ರೂಟ್ಸ್. ಟ್ರೆಡಿಷನಲಿ ಕಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಈಗ ಸರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆದಷ್ಟು ನಾವು ಕಳೆ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಕಳೆಯನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದು ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ, ಗೊಬ್ಬರ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ. ಇದೀಗ 3 ವರ್ಷದ ಬೇಸಾಯ. 1 ಭಾಗ, 2nd ಭಾಗ, 3 ಭಾಗ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. 1 in 3 years ನಮ್ಮದು ರೊಟೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಈಗ ನಾವು ಯಾವತ್ತೂ 40 tons ಅನ್ನೋ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟೇ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಒಂದು 3 ರಿಂದ 4 ಟನ್ ಪರ್ ಏಕರ್ ನೀವು ಅಂದ್ಕೋಬೋದು. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಇಳ್ಡು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಬರ್ಬೋದೇನೋ ಇಳುವರಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಅವೈಲೇಬಲ್ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಮುಂಚೆ ನಾವು ಟ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಸಿಲ್ಟ್ ತರ್ತಿದ್ವಿ, ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ತರ್ತಿದ್ವಿ, ಕಾಂಪೋಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನಂತೆ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಪೌಲ್ಟ್ರಿ ಮೆನ್ಯೂಸ್ ತರ್ತಿದ್ವಿ, ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ತರ್ತಿದ್ವಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಈಗ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಕೂಡ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಈಗ
1 acre how many soil that require? 1 or 2 ಬರ ಸರ್.
ಮಳೆ ಬಂದ 4 ಬೆಳೆದು 2 ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ.
Friends, friends, I wholeheartedly thank Mr. Arun Kumar sir, Dinesh sir, and Niranjan sir, and Srinivas sir. Srivatsa sir. So who enlightened us about their practices on natural farming, organic farming, which was a vast knowledge which enlightened us today. So I once again would like to thank all these people on behalf of all the participants and thank you sir.
Who speaks to each and every plant of his farm. You should speak to your plant. That is one. And you should walk barefooted all through your garden. That is second. Thirdly, you should write on a white paper what you have not done to your plant on that particular day. For areca, I have not irrigated today. Or for areca, I have not given manure today or this year. Like what you have not done for your plant, that you have to write.
Plant means farm.
Plant.
Individual.
That means every.
You should have
you
data
should
of
answer.
every
Plant.
plant.
If your thought should be there on each and every plant of your farm. So there are so many other if a farmer is able to answer these three questions, he is a farmer. Secondly, for every farmer, three things. One is you should grow food crop, that is the basic idea. Second is you should have a income, like example, paddy is one harvest, areca is second harvest, cocoa is the third harvest, pepper is the fourth harvest, ilachi is the fifth harvest, coffee is the sixth harvest. Like that, 12 crops, 12 months, 12 harvests. And that is the second. And third, to have more profitability, you should have a crop which you can export, or a high value crop, so that your economic profitability will be improved. That was another his principle. So based on this, we used to tell our farmers also.